In the last 10 years, the TUC has achieved great things, with over 3,000 new employer agreements and membership growing in the last year alone by 65,000. They've also eliminated the gender gap, which means that union members these days are just as likely to be women as they are men. But the TUC is still focusing on underrepresented groups, and they're particularly keen to look at the under-30s.
Well, I mean, the key thing for us is reaching out to the next generation of union members, and we think it's vitally important that young people are represented by a union. And really it's about sort of making sure that young people's concerns and voices are heard within the work that unions are doing.
One way the TUC is working on this is by asking young people who aren't involved in unions what they think through focus groups.
Right, well thank you all for coming anyway.
I just think that they're a little forgotten. I think people just don't think of them and they don't really understand them in the way that people used to.
Unions exist to represent their members in the workplace and beyond.
Trade unions really need to find new ways to let people of a younger generation know how they could help them, what they can do for them and what they provide, what their services are.
When Syed Ruas, who wasn't a member of a union, had problems with his last employer, he received invaluable help from the TUC.
I found unions to be of great help in terms of advice, looking for work, whether you're at work or with issues with employers, tribunals, and it's all good advice, free of charge, and so I advise anyone, friends, family, colleagues to join a union.
And are you a member of a union at the moment?
At the moment I'm not, but as soon as I get a job, that'd be one of the first things I'll do.
There are committed and passionate union members under the age of 30, and the TUC is hoping that they can act as role models and encourage higher membership.
I think the TUC and other unions need to get involved at an earlier stage, and they need to go into schools, they need to educate people about trade unions, because people are coming straight into the workplace from school, university, and they haven't got an idea about what trade unions are about.
It does feel that we get more support being a member. We've got better conditions, better health and safety. Our voices are made known to the managers and they do seem to respond fairly positively.
Well, I guess it's seen as not a very cool thing to do, unfortunately. So, I mean, if there's some way that, that we can make the image of the union seem a bit better, we're quite lucky in acting. We have some high-profile members like Ian McKellen, who's very good at standing up for the young people's rights. But more than anything, I think we just need to impress upon young people that it's when you start out at the bottom of a profession, when you're young, you are always at the bottom, and the union looks out for the people at the bottom more than anything, so it's them we're looking out for.
One thing I think is important within the FBU is that although we've got high membership, there's quite a small active membership. I think ways in which we can improve that is making sure that reps are a channel so information can go back and forth, and information has just got out, so greater use of technology, maybe webcasts or emails, and just using things and making sure the information stream is flowing.
Unions have done a great job over the last 10 years in stabilising our membership. What we really need now to step up our game, and that means reaching out to the next generation of union members, the next generation of union activists, and getting them involved in the work that we do. Unions are important, they're vital, they're relevant to young workers, and we want to get that message across.